I was just wanting to create a chat show in which I can talk to people who can inspire me firstly, and then inspire others who are like me. We're showing that we're two people from a very cultured background who are trying to build a very cultured lifestyle of being a very cultured gay. I think this is the age of algorithms. It's the age of views. It's the age of who's doing what. And it's the age of comparison.
Madonna or Lady Gaga?
Okay, and I know that this is a question that did go viral, and everyone's been asking me that I went to Lady Gaga's concert last year, and now what do I think of Lady Gaga? And I would say this.
Welcome back to the Creators Chat. Today we're doing something a little different. You may have noticed I'm not Kashif Harrison. My name is Danny Nour. I'm a queer Egyptian Australian journalist, writer, presenter, and we're turning the tables here. Over the last year, our guest today has built something incredible. In the Creators Chat, he's brought diverse voices and new perspectives, unheard voices to the fore, and it's been an incredible journey. So we're sitting with the man himself, Kashif Harrison, also my partner, yes, we do live together, to learn about the wins, the challenges, and really just what this last year has taught him. So please make him welcome, Kashif Harrison. Hello.
Hello, Daniel Nour.
How does it feel to be in the guest chair?
It does feel a bit weird, can I just say. I'm more of a host. I would rather ask questions, but then sitting here and answering those questions and making sure that I answer as beautifully as you all did last year is a bit of a challenge. So I'm a bit nervous.
You'll do great, babe. And can I just say you're looking great? So do with that what you want. Tell us about the beginnings of this thing. So a year ago, the Creators Chat was just an idea. And I remember those conversations we had together in the house about, what you thought was missing kind of in the media landscape, if you like, especially for queer creatives of colour. So looking back, what's the biggest thing you've built that you never imagined would happen?
I think I didn't think that it would become such a impactful podcast. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when we started this podcast, you know how nervous I was. I was thinking so many things. I was calling it Step by Step because I loved Whitney Houston. Yeah. I still do.
Fair.
I love her. I was calling it that Step by Step to show people the struggles of how to, how you become what you become, like turning your passion into profession. And that's exactly what I wanted to talk about, how people have done that, because I was very confused this time last year or a year, a bit before that. I was low in self-confidence. You remember we were talking to these internet or algorithm gurus. How do we increase our reach? What is this about? Values, hooks, and all of that. And they were charging us like $5,000. Oh my God!
I know. And also the thing with those guys, really, that they were mainly dudes, is that it was so mechanistic. If you follow this system, you will get results. And it was all about reach, but not really kind of connecting with people, engagement. And I think that was the missing piece for me in those days.
It was also about they were trying to make us sell something.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the thing. I was not going to sell something.
Yes.
I was just wanting to create a chat show in which I can talk to people who can inspire me firstly, and then inspire others who are like me, who are trying to do a podcast, who are trying to do a content creation work, who's trying to work on a modeling gig or something like that. And that was the whole idea. And I didn't know that it would affect people or it would connect with people the way it did.
Well, let's talk about how you know that you're on the right track. So a year ago, if I told you that you'd be celebrating, here are some stats, 180,000 organic views on the Creator Chat. That's really incredible. 180,000 organic views, and launching another season of, Under the Brown Rainbow, your equally kind of interesting podcast about queer people of colour, especially from the South Asian community, and surpassing 1 million views on Instagram. Really big wins. First of all, what would you have said to that? And what I really want to know is, how have those experiences changed the way that you measure success? So what would you have said? What would you have said about those huge wins, first of all?
I thought it was not possible.
Yeah.
getting organic views first of all, because I was just like, I have to promote this. How are people gonna love this? Are people gonna be okay? Are people going to connect with it? I was thinking that I have to do a lot of ad and promos.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And I didn't want to do that because I was just like, "Ugh, let's just see how it goes." It was an experiment. And yes, you're right. 180,000 views. None of them promoted at all.
Yeah.
Felt really proud. And now the Instagram, some of our videos have gone viral-ish.
Yes.
And Instagram has given me the notification that I've surpassed 1 million views on my profile, which is weird because it made me feel like I could do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was self-doubting myself. I don't know why I was asking other people to give me that little piece of wisdom, which I could always do. So now if I measure success, I think success is what is next for me.
Yeah.
Because I've done this now. And you can see me, Daniel is really aware of my bad habits, how I keep on glued onto my phone. And I'm like, the minute, and I don't have big millions of followers that I want. I just want 20,000 followers. And I'll be okay with that. But I don't want bots because that's the thing. Also understanding that this app, whatever app you're on, also have a lot of bots, the hates and all that stuff. So I don't want all of that. I just want 20,000 people who know the vision, who are trying to understand the space I'm creating. And I'll be happy with that. And I think I'm getting there.
First of all, phone hygiene, very important. No phones in bed. But, that's a long-term goal for us.
We do that. Our phones are out of our rooms. We don't use the phones in our rooms. So we have started doing that.
But I think when you say you didn't expect it, I did expect it. I mean, I'm not surprised that because you're talking about what it means to be a Pakistani Australian man who lives in a community that is very conservative but is charting his own path in the arts and as a presenter, right? As a presenter and as a creative. There are so many people who can relate to that journey of being outside the mainstream or outside the box. Anyway, I had every expectation that this would be a success. And if you agree that he's delulu to think otherwise, jump in the comments, let him know, give the man a boost,
Give a follow.
Yeah, like, subscribe and share. But I do want to know about the difference between, the facade where everything looks perfect and really nice or polished on Instagram in particular, and what the reality of the creator's journey is, overall producing and editing these videos, sourcing the talent. So tell me, what's something people see online about your creator journey that looks effortless but actually takes a huge amount of work behind the scenes?
So I do a lot of now I've started doing a lot of paid partnership as well, which is always good. I also have a lot of other videos in which, just doing a trend or just holding hands with you or just putting ourselves out there. It takes a lot of confidence for, first of all, me to do that. And something that I feel like I just need to have in my phone. So when the time is right, I can put it with the right music, with the right text on screen, and I can put it out there and it will connect with people with their reach. Convincing Daniel to do those videos with me is very importante, because he always is not on board. And sometimes I have to get him on board because I feel like the space is that I want to show people that queer couples of ethnicity or different ethnicities can actually live a life, and the life that we're building together. I want to show that as well to people. So I think it's the behind the scenes, it is still a lot of self-doubt. It is still a lot of, I don't think it's working. I don't like seeing myself again and again. I don't like hearing my voice again and again. I don't, sometimes I feel like people are viewing, but they're not following.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not good enough. I compare myself with other people. That struggle is still there, unfortunately. And I think it goes away when I have a win. And then it comes back when I don't.
Yeah.
And this process is a bit tiring. And unfortunately, I think this is the age of algorithms. It's the age of views. It's the age of who's doing what. And it's the age of comparison. And I think I've created something which I'm really proud of, but I think my next goal is to get rid of this, to somehow what is that word that I'm looking for? Detach myself from this comparison
Yeah.
that I feel like I should be there, or I can do this better. I want to get rid of that.
Well, that is exactly kind of my next question, which is what is the shift that you'd like to make in your perspective about putting content, if you like, which is actually just stories of our life together out there? What's the shift in perspective that you have made for yourself that maybe is a bit different to the way that conventional, like white gays, for example, God bless each and every one of you, might have on Instagram,
That's exactly what we're doing. We're showing that we're not party boys. We're showing that we're not a throuple. We're showing that we're two people from a very cultured background who are trying to build a very cultured lifestyle of being a very cultured gay. And I think that's one of the things which I want to do through my platforms is to show people that your culture, your identity, the way you were brought up can still exist with the new you, which is very queer, which is very out there, which is very, breaking that boundaries.
Yes.
That you're testing the waters.
The taboo in our community of how could you be holding hands with a man, kissing a man.
Kissing?
It's a big thing. Also, cultured gays, new podcast title, loading. So watch this space. All right, let's talk about what you've touched on just briefly, babe, as we kind of draw to our rapid fire. I want to know more about identity and purpose. So you talk about, just in a nutshell, creating space for queer people of colour. Why is that so important to you? I mean, we always talk about that generally, but tell me, how has sharing more of your own story shaped the community that you've built?
It is nice to see someone like me because growing up, I didn't have that someone. Like when I was in Pakistan, I was trying to be this version of myself, trying to put myself out there because I love attention and I love to put myself on social media, if that makes sense.
Nothing wrong with loving
Nothing
attention.
wrong with that because I want to feel normal like every other, person is doing.
Yeah.
Growing up, I did not have that. So now when I put it in my 40s, I put things out there of me wearing a Speedo or me at the beach or me holding hands with you or me kissing you or me just celebrating our anniversary or me just celebrating the wins of other queer brown people or even people from different backgrounds. I feel it's just good to know because I get messages from people who say that this is good because we never saw someone like us out there doing these things on the mainstream platforms, but you're doing it, and we feel seen, and I just feel that's the win because that's what I'm living for.
Yeah,
that's the purpose. The perspective is now to make it more deep with everyone, create that community online because this is a space which we create for ourselves online. And we nurture it. And I think the nurturing part is going to come soon for me. Right now, I'm trying to create it more. Yeah,
I love that. And I do feel it. The people on our Instagram, on our Reels, they understand what we're trying to do. They are themselves queer South Asians, queer people of colour, allies, family members or members of our community even who have changed their minds about things. Or actually, it's just as fair and healthy and normal for two men who love each other to be together as our traditional idea of marriage, which is a man and a woman in that more stereotypical way,
Also, I just wanted to say that here because when we started dating as well, right? You were not much into social media. Now,
no,
Daniel,
I get more the vision now.
Yes,
of what
and it's
why
you
it
putting
matters.
yourself out there.
Yeah.
You being confident to put yourself out there. You never used to put thirst traps.
No.
Now you are doing thirst traps.
You're welcome, by the way.
The world should be.
You should be thanking all this for free. Let's talk about the other, and we are almost done kind of with the formal part of this interview, but I want to know about the cost of all of this. So can creating content become exhausting? And from a mental health point of view, is there something vulnerable about opening your life up like this? Is it hard?
It is. I would say it is very hard. It is hard because when you're putting yourself out online like this, it's not just your viewers or people you want to reach, it's also your family, friends looking at it. Although they will never give you that like straight away or that comment, but they're watching.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I think I've come to this place where I just feel that I can put things out there of what I'm very confident about and not care about what people say. And I think that mentality, it takes years to get over that. Right now, if my mom says or my sister says they don't like my content, it's all right. Don't follow me.
Yeah.
It's okay. I will not take it out. If someone else from work sees me on Instagram and they say, oh, you're very out there, I'll be like, okay, fine. You don't have to follow me.
No.
So I think now I've just created that in my mind. I've just created this idea that, hey, listen, what I'm doing. Not everyone has to be part of it. But if you want to be part of it, you'll be seeing a lot of good things. But if you don't want to be a part of it, it's okay. And that part is exhausting because dealing with all that comments and sometimes hate, sometimes, all of that. Passive hate,
Yes.
I think, can be a bit too much. But I think I love that I like to wind down. I have my downtime. I will always have those downtime. I always will watch Love is Blind. That is my latest binge watch. I've watched Love is Blind Habibi. I've watched Love is Blind Italy. And now we're going to go into Love is Blind.
The LBU, the Love is Blind universe.
It is so, for some reason, it's just so, it's good TV. It's trash TV. But it just decompresses me.
Oh, it's so
lately.
good. I mean, listen, I really think you learn a lot about a culture from the way their men flirt. The commonalities between cultures.
Yes.
Fascinating. But this is not a paid endorsement for the LBU, the Love is Blind universe.
I mean, if you wouldn't like to have us, we're already thinking about something, but we can chit-chat about it.
We'll talk. We'll have our people talk to yours. And can I just ask one more question before we jump into our rapid fire? So if the Creators Chat had a mission statement today, I want you to just take a moment here and try and articulate that sentence, if you like, for our viewers. What would that mission statement be right now?
Well, we always say that it's real talk, real people, and real chats. And these are conversations that will inspire you. They are created to inspire you. And I would say the mission statement is this, to inspire you to create. Because you do have a story to tell. And I think everyone in life has a story to tell. And through these chit-chats or these shows or podcasts, I think it will give you that confidence to tell your story. And I hope that you tell your story because your story is to tell. And we're just here to inspire you to start telling that story.
Chef's kiss. All right, Kashif Harrison.
Yes.
Rapid fire for you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with trendsetter or storyteller?
Storyteller.
Well chosen. A celebrity follows you or a creator that you admire follows you?
I think a creator who inspired me follows me better. But although if Kylie Minogue follows me, I will be legit engraving that on somewhere in gold.
On my body.
Yes, on you, everywhere. Kylie followed me. So yeah.
Chic. A perfect example of content. No, let's say it a different way. Perfect content that flops or average content that goes viral?
By the way, did you just introduce this segment saying this or that?
Absolutely, and I think people know. Bonus rapid fire questions. This or that. Let's
so you have to say, Kashif Harrison, this is your this or that.
Okay. Kashif Harrison. Kashi, this is your this or that. Making people feel seen on, the global internet, or making people think differently.
Making people think differently. 100%.
Would you delete Instagram or delete TikTok? He starts crying.
I would delete TikTok.
Okay, are you going for impact or are you going for influence?
I'm not an influencer. I'm an impact person, I feel. I want to create that impact, I feel.
Madonna or Lady Gaga? I know. That's like asking God or Jesus.
Okay, and I know that this is a question that did go viral with Nick. And everyone's been asking me that I went to Lady Gaga's concert last year.
Uh-huh.
And now what do I think of Lady Gaga? And I would say this, that listen, I went to a Madonna's concert.
I actually
and I
feel
went
nervous for you.
I don't want to get cancelled. I've gone to a Madonna concert and I've gone to a Lady Gaga concert. And I would say out of the two, it has to be Madonna.
Wow.
Because listen, Lady Gaga is she can give you she's more of a she gives you performances, right?
That's true.
And that's the thing. You can't really dance to her songs, and I think we barely danced much in Lady Gaga's concert.
You can kind of move.
Yeah, you could do like let's play a lot
kind of edgy way.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, but I think that's a generation that loves performance art, and I think with Madonna, she gives you bangers, and you have to dance.
Say that. Stand on that. Okay, this or that, Bollywood movies or Pakistani dramas?
Pakistani dramas, 100%.
Okay.
Bollywood movies suck these days.
I love how quickly you answered this and how like
I don't even
overwrought your Madonna Gaga thing was. All right. That's it. All right, done. And meet us in the comments. And finally, Kashif Harrison. And this truly is a hard one. Amy Poehler or Tina Fey?
Ooh. Listen, I'm a big fan of both. Love Four Seasons. But then
excellent. I love
also,
that show.
but I also love The Good Hangs with Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
And I would say Amy Poehler. I love her.
I would say Tina.
Shout out to Amy.
I would say Tina, but this isn't about me. So while we fight, I want to thank you, my love. I'm so proud of you. You knock this out of the park, as you always do. And you're out here just, feeding the community. So we all say thank you, Kashif Harrison.
Oh, thank you. Ding, 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 ding. Wow, that was an interesting interview, and I hope that you enjoyed everything I had to say and I had to be interviewed for. But if you love this episode, don't forget to like and share the video. Go into our comments. Do let us know what you found best out of this interview. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more interviews just like that. This is me, Kashif, and Danny signing off from the Creators Chat.
Bye.
As a my takeout, I think you both to tell me what you'd like for your dinner tonight.
Steak.
Really?
Salad, steak.
I could do with some lamb skewers, shish kebab style.
Yeah.
That would be incredible with onions and capsicum and stuff. Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
Take it away, Daniel.
Cross the legs here, get comfy.
Ready to go, we're all recording. So, Biff, if you mess up, just start again, all good.
Great.
Three.
If you love this episode, make sure that you drop in a comment. What was your favorite moment of this episode? What was the takeaway that you took home and you are going to work on? Because your feedback matters to us most. Don't forget to listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast from.